Welcome everyone to this Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating corporate journeys of our time, the strategic conquest and the sustenance of LG Electronics in India. This isn't just your standard story about selling appliances, It's honestly a masterclass in how a global giant enters a massively complex, hyper-competitive landscape, completely captures the hearts of millions of households, and then fights tooth and nail to keep that dominance. So if you've ever wondered how these massive brands actually build their empires from the ground up, well, you're definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's jump right in. Think of this explainer as our strategic war room. We're going to quickly map out 1. The Indian market landscape, 2. Their core marketing playbook, 3. Winning the digital space, 4. Strengths, weaknesses, and rivals, and 5. We'll look at the future of LG. I want to ground us right away with this quote. Life's good. We all know the slogan, right? LG positions itself as a trusted premium electronics brand delivering innovative technology, superior quality, and excellent customer service. Just take a second and literally look around your house. Think about your kitchen, your laundry room, or the TV in your living room. There is a hugely high probability that an LG product is humming away in your house right this second. So how do they achieve that insane level of ubiquitous trust? Well, it all starts with understanding the absolute beast of a battlefield they walked into.
All right, Section 1, the Indian market landscape, understanding the scale. To really grasp LG's success, we have to look at the sheer magnitude of India.
Let's rewind a bit to 1997. That is the year LG officially touched down in India. They stepped into this heavily fragmented market where household tech adoption was just, well, it was in its absolute infancy. And they didn't just test the waters. They kicked off this decades-long mission to build a massive footprint. Since day one, they've been relentlessly building a reputation for innovation, energy efficiency, and super reliable customer service. But here's the thing. You don't survive for nearly 3 decades in a market like India without knowing exactly who you're talking to.
Now, what's really wild about their target base is how incredibly broad their net actually is. They aren't just going after one tiny niche. We're talking urban and semi-urban households, middle and upper middle income consumers, all the way up to premium buyers and those hardcore smart home enthusiasts. They even go after massive commercial clients like hotels and hospitals. They basically had to figure out a way to be everything to everyone without completely diluting what their brand stood for.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 2, the core marketing playbook, the engine of growth. Let's open up LG's master playbook and see exactly how they pull off this kind of scale.
At the absolute heart of their strategy is something called STP. Now, if you aren't familiar with the marketing jargon, don't worry, it's actually super straightforward. STP is just the framework LG uses to slice a giant market into smaller, manageable chunks. That's segmentation. Then, they decide which of those specific groups they actually want to sell to. That's the targeting. And finally, it's about establishing exactly what the brand means to those buyers. That's positioning. So for LG, they segment buyers geographically and by income. They target everyone from economy buyers to premium tier spenders. And their positioning, like we saw earlier, it's all about being that premium, reliable innovator.
And that framework feeds directly into the famous 4 Ps of their marketing mix. Step 1, product. LG doesn't just sell boxes. They're selling smart ecosystems. Think AI, ThinkQ, and killer energy efficiency. Step 2 is price, where they use value-based scaling. Step 3 is place, which is all about hyper-local distribution. And Step 4, promotion, where they run massive integrated campaigns.
I actually want to pause on the pricing strategy for a second, because this contrast is brilliant. It's a real tightrope act. On one hand, you have premium pricing for their flagship stuff. They are selling these top-of-the-line OLED TVs to luxury buyers. But on the other hand, they keep things competitively affordable for entry-level buyers. How? By aggressively rolling out festival discounts, easy EMIs, exchange offers, you name it. It's genius, because they win over the budget-conscious consumer, but they never sacrifice that premium brand shine. But look, none of that matters if you can't actually get the product to the buyer, right? That is the power of place. Honestly, it's LG's secret weapon. Just look at this setup. Exclusive brand stores, massive retail chains, huge e-commerce presence, and thousands of authorized regional dealers. But the absolute kicker? Their extensive service centers across all of India. This means even if you live in the smallest Tier 3 town, you know you can buy an LG fridge and easily get it fixed if something goes wrong. That builds an unbelievable amount of trust on a local level.
All right, Section 3, winning the digital space. Physical stores are great, but the internet is the modern front line.
So how does a traditional hardware company conquer the internet? They go all in. Their digital weapons are incredibly sharp.
We're talking super detailed YouTube product demonstrations, AI-driven customer support resolving issues 24/7, and highly targeted ads across Google, Facebook, and Instagram. Add in some strategic influencer collaborations, and they are basically completely surrounding the modern consumer online.
But honestly, their most crucial digital weapon, it's simply customer reviews. LG actively pushes their buyers to get online and share their personal experiences. They are essentially crowdsourcing their marketing. Because let's be real, when you're about to drop serious money on a smart appliance, nothing closes that sale faster than reading a glowing review from someone just like you. It just validates the premium quality instantly.
Which brings us to Section 4, Strengths, Weaknesses, and Rivals. It's time to take a hard look at the battlefield itself. We can sum up this claustrophobic market with a classic SWOT analysis. Just look at this breakdown. Internally, their strengths are obvious, massive brand trust and a huge portfolio. But their weakness? They do have a real vulnerability when it comes to depending on imported components. Externally, the opportunities are massive right now, especially with smart home tech exploding. But the threats? They're facing brutal price wars and an economy that can fluctuate at the drop of a hat.
And speaking of those price wars, look at the rivals driving them. Samsung, Haier, Whirlpool, Panasonic, Voltas, Media. I mean, it is an absolute slugfest out there. Every single day, these domestic and international giants are trying to steal LG's lunch, forcing them to constantly innovate just to hold their ground. The pressure is honestly overwhelming.
Okay, finally, Section 5, the future of LG, the next frontier. What do they have to do to survive the next decade?
Well, based on everything we've looked at, here are the War Room recommendations. They absolutely have to expand their affordable smart tech to capture those price-sensitive buyers. They need to push deeper into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities using highly localized language campaigns. They've got to keep promoting sustainability and energy efficiency because that's what modern buyers care about. And finally, they should be collaborating directly with real estate developers to get their tech baked right into new homes. These aren't just fun ideas, by the way. These are absolute survival tactics. So, want to leave you with this one lingering question. Can LG maintain its premium crown while they're down in the trenches fighting for the price-sensitive consumer? It's the ultimate balancing act, right? They've got the distribution, the tech, and the trust they've been building since 1997. But how they navigate the specific tension will completely define their future in India. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today. I really hope this gave you a whole new perspective the next time you open your fridge or turn on your TV. Keep learning, keep analyzing, and I'll see you in the next one.